Today we're going to talk about the mortgage industry and some of the things that are happening, because, there's always the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to any industry.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
All right, this is Real Talk with Carmen, I want to say Carmen Costa. Why do I always want to do that? It's going to get better, guys.
It's all good. It's your name.
Yeah, right? It is my name. It's a strong name. That's what everybody says. And it is. There's something I wanted to discuss today, and we were back and forth about it, but this podcast is about my whole life, whether it be the professional side, the personal side, and these are matters I want to talk about because it's important to me to discuss it. And today we're going to talk about the mortgage industry and some of the things that are happening, because, there's always the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to any industry, right? We know this, right? We can't be oblivious to it. But right now, there's a lot of controversy with bullying, sexual harassment, in this workforce when it comes to the mortgage industry. There's, and this is what happens. And, I was talking to, another broker owner. We were discussing this, and the news comes up and then it gets buried. And then the news comes up and then it gets buried, right? So I want to, there's nothing light about sexual harassment. There's nothing light about bullying, right? Because I don't tolerate it, right? And I wouldn't expect anybody to tolerate it. And I find that this industry, if I have money, if I'm a top producer, it's easier to become a bully, right? So here's something that, has affected me because I've been asked the question, has it affected me in any way? And the one thing I do want to say, female leadership. I became a broker owner a couple of years ago, and I find that in this industry, the respect towards female leaders, there's a lack in that. And I felt it. I was silent about it. I wasn't really, it wasn't something that I thought I would speak about. But now that all of this has come out and people have asked me personally, directly, has any of this affected you? Bullying, I think, when it comes to bullying, I've never been bullied. But when it comes to the female leadership, unfortunately, with lenders, with other broker owners, or even brokers applying with me, sometimes there's cultural differences that you don't want to work for a female leader. And I get that, and I'm okay with that. I've accepted that. What I don't accept is the lack of respect that lenders have for female leaders. I get this industry is a man's world. I completely get that. However, what I don't get is we're in the 21st century, and when you lack respect for a female leader, that's a different story, right? And I've had it where I've had a lender, a BDM that has come in here, and I pretty much kicked him out and said, until you gain some respect for me as a leader, I don't want you as a BDM, and I sure in hell don't want you as a lender, right? We don't want that in our house. I know I don't. So what are my opinions on, sexual harassment, bullying, or just the respect for female leaders? In this house, I don't tolerate it. So if you walk into my house, I'm not going to tolerate it, right? Because I'm educating my brokers and agents to be respectful of every individual, regardless of the race, regardless of the gender, regardless of any role that they have. It does not matter. Love is love, and that is it. And you know what? I'll tell you one thing that I did tell, other broker owners. There's going to be an era, and there's going to be a time where the females will rise up, right? Us leaders, us female leaders will rise up, right? And there will be equal respect. I hate saying this because, I've never complained about it. I've never shown the struggles, but there isn't a struggle here. There is a struggle in the broker industry. There's a lack of respect for female leadership. There really is. And I believe every day I'm going to make the change, right? Because I'm not giving up. I'm not folding over. I'm staying in this industry. I love everything about mortgages. I love everything about being a broker. I love everything about it. And I opened up this house because I did notice the lack of, and that was my solution to the problem. But everybody has to be a solution. Everybody has to be willing to make that change. So today, take a stand. You know what I mean? Rise up, be better. Be better than you were yesterday. Regardless if it has to do with female leadership, that's only what's affected me. Regardless if it has to do with sexual harassment, regardless with what it has to do with bullying, Be the better person. Be respectful of each other. We're all working in the same industry, and all you have to do is show respect to each other. That's it. Whether it be a lender, an underwriter, it doesn't matter. You're not better than somebody. Nobody's better than each other because of a role or a gender or whatever money status you have. It does not matter. Just love one another. That's it.
Do you think there should be more people standing up and voicing the concerns, and if they've been affected by it, they should talk more about it?
So, a little touchy subject, and I'm gonna mention this. The problem in this industry, and this is truth bomb, right? Like, we're talking real talk here. Comment away. The problem here is there are networks and owners who own networks that put the fear of God in broker owners and brokers. They put the fear of God so they don't open up. But guess what? I'm not a part of that network. So this channel, you will hear a lot about it. You will, because I'm not a part of your network. So am I going to speak up? I am going to be the truth. I really am. This channel isn't just for personal. It really isn't. This is for the mortgage industry as well. And I'm ready to take a stand. I'm ready to stop this nonsense of bullying and scaring and sending lawyers after, brokers for opening their mouth. This country has we have freedom of speech. We can actually say whatever we want without triggering a lawyer sending documents to my door. Truthfully, because that's what happens, right? A broker owner opens their mouth under a certain network. That's it. Send a lawyer after them. That needs to stop. So am I going to take the stand? Am I going to be the difference? I am. Because this can, once it's open, it's open. And we're here. We're here for that reason. When I said I wanted to open this channel, it wasn't just about respect and stuff like this. It was more about, honestly, it's basic lessons. Regardless of your money status, in any situation, things can change. It really can. And people lack that knowledge. Like, anything can change any day. So be a good person. Because being a good person, you're never going to get in trouble. You know what I mean? Doing the right thing. You're never going to get in trouble. You never have to look over your shoulder. But I think the problem in this industry, in the mortgage industry, if you're under a certain network, you're threatened not to say anything. And it has to stop. And I think eventually it will stop. I think eventually there's going to come an era where this is all just going to die, just stop. So you know what? My advice, be a good person, right? We talk about this all the episodes. Be a good person. And that's all I talk about is respect, caring. That's all you need, regardless of your status or your role. Respect one another.
Do you see a better future?
100%. I 100% believe as certain people get into power, just like anything, as certain people, rise up, as other people hear about good leaders, they're going to go under that umbrella. And we will be the change. I am the change. I started off under a certain network, and all I had was, you're afraid. You're looking over your shoulder. You're bullied. And I took a stand. It took a while to get to where I am today, but being a part of Axiom, now a decent brokerage that, assists and freedom of speech. They allow you to say what you need to say without fearing losing your job or a lawyer being sent to, documents being sent to your home. This industry is sad because certain people will talk and nobody will stand up for their rights. And it's time for us to do that. I tell you, the sexual harassment, the bullying, that never affected me. It was more about the lack of respect for the female leadership. That's all, and one day that's going to change. But that's where the problem arises. There's so many things that if you have money, if you're a leader of a certain network, you can do or say whatever you want. It's not how society works. You need to follow the rules just like everybody else follows the rules. I'm excited about what's to come, to be quite honest with you. My only advice I would give anybody in the mortgage industry, just be a good person. Be respectful. You know what I mean? You don't need to be an animal.
And speak up. You know what I mean? Rise up, speak up. We are here to back you up. We are here to assist you. I know it's a very touchy topic. You were like, I don't know, should we do it? But you know what? This is something I'm very passionate about. You're definitely passionate about it.
100%. So for anybody listening, you can comment below any questions you may have. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, it's not all about the personal aspect of my life. I'm very passionate about mortgages. This is what I do. This is what I am. So If you have any questions, comment below, and I'll be more than happy to answer anything. This is correct, old man. Okay, all right, with your joke. So I don't know